What's going on, Scooby? Scooby wants to go home. Look at that. What's Scooby doing? Okay, Walker's over here screwing around, trying to figure out a new oil tank fittings and what to do. And he's a dumbass.
Yeah, pretty much.
He don't know a damn thing.
No, I do not.
So we had to show him some stuff over here. First thing you were doing was doing what? You were taking your 1/8" pipe thread and doing what with it? You're putting a 3/8 fine thread top in it, which is stupid. They're not the same. They don't lose my fitting. So these are all fittings. So this is an aircraft fitting. Aircraft fitting is 37.5 degree flare. This is probably an automotive fitting. It's 45 degree flare. They don't mix very well. This is a tapered pipe thread, which means it seals with the threads. This is a straight thread pipe. It has an O-ring seal. This one here has an O-ring seal and a flange gasket. Still straight thread. This one here is tapered thread because it seals with the threads, not against the shoulder. So you got to figure out what you're going to do. So this tank here, he's got one hole that we assume is an 1/8" pipe, but we don't know. And you haven't tried putting a pin in it, so you don't know what's going to happen. And someone cut it real short because they probably screwed up already. Now this is a 1/4" pipe thread. Now if you put that in there, you'll have really good flow. But I don't know how thick that bung is they put in
there. That one came with the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stock.
What kind of flare is this?
No idea.
Automotive.
Automotive.
Who the hell would make that for a racing application? Oh, break. This has 1/8" pipe here. As far as it goes?
Yep.
It's one thread, maybe two. Okay, so that'll have to be cut deeper at some point once you figure out what you're going to do. Let's see, here's an inverted flare. Put an inverted flare on there, you want to do that?
Nope.
No? Oh. All kinds of weird crap around here. Put a petcock on there.
There you go. Well, shut off. Brilliant.
Yeah, high flow too. Look at the volume. I want to see that thing in half.
I mean, we could drill this out and put that high flow thing in there for the bottom.
Okay, here's a Harley high flow fitting. You know why we call it high flow?
It's the hole's big.
It has a big ass hole through it.
No.
Automotive?
High flow.
Harley. Can you tell the difference?
Maybe.
Maybe. There's a big hole on this side, and that's 1/4" pipe. This is 1/8" pipe. It's got a bigger hole. Yeah.
So we want this guy.
So the size of the fitting doesn't make any difference. It's what's going through the fitting. This is 1/4" pipe, -6. -6 is 3/8. See, that's a 1/4" pipe racing stuff. Look how big the hole is in that. See a difference? Which one's going to flow better? Damn right.
So we should put that one in there.
And if you're using this as a pipe drain, as a drain, because that's how they made the tank, a bigger hole would be nice because it'll drain quicker. You could also take a drain plug, stick it in there, and then put a fitting inside of it.
That'd be super custom.
Yeah, then you can get a big ass drain. And see, this is a drain because it has an O-ring on it.
Yep.
It's a straight thread. So it seals. All kinds of weird crap you can do. Okay, so this one here, because when it goes on like that far. So they cut the whole bottom of this thing off, and that was the sealing area they cut off. So this has to be cut a lot deeper.
So.
But I would not cut that until you know what fittings you're going to have. Oh, trip.
He's falling all over the place.
They're crapping away everywhere. So here's racing stuff here. Look at that. That's a high flow design there. Look at that. Something like that on there. Go to a 3/8 hose. This is JIC, which is Japanese Industrial Standard. but this is what they use for hydraulic lines and stuff.
Okay.
They make these in 37 degree, and I'm making a 45. This is 37, I think. I'm not sure. Should be 45 though. I would think it's 45 because it's industrial, but anyway, they claim some of it's 37. So that's a bunch of adapter crap.
Let's do this. Ultimate high flow.
Well, the problem is the tank is not made for that. You have to cut the hole out and put a big ass bung in it. So usually what I do is I take a big bung, put it inside the tank, like that. You weld that thing in there, and then you run a tapered pipe fitting. Where's that big one we had? What do you do with my fitting? Like that.
Oh.
And you have a real fitting. Look at the size of that. Now, there's a damn hose.
No, I don't need that much.
That's what I use.
For your race bike.
Racing requires mega flows.
I think,
See, look at the size of my fittings. See, I have aircraft fittings -6. And over here we got a bunch of bungs that we don't use, so we cap them off when you're done. So here's a cap that I put a breather in. So you see I did that, I just drilled a hole and put it in there. These are push lock hoses, which means you just push them down and they're locked. I don't know why that one's loose. Probably because I was putting fuel in it.
got a little build up there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's got battery. I don't use the battery for that. So this is a obviously aircraft fitting, but you want to use hardline. So hardline is over here for the nitro system, which is hardline. So this is stainless steel tubing with a flare backer and a nut. And then you have to have the fitting that goes with that. That is totally different than using aircraft fittings like this, which are made differently. So here's your adapters down here again. Now these are made to go onto a 37 degree flare, so that's what I use on these. So these two, I bid a 37 degree flare on these things, stainless, put the backer on it, put a nut on it, I can use a standard aircraft fitting for the adapter. These ones up here are a little bit different, but they all look the same. So it's a matter of what you're going to do on all these different fittings. So if you want to run hard lines, this is the industrial way of doing stuff, is run the backer on it. If you want to do other stuff, if you use Harley, Harley has a totally different angle and different stuff. So if you're going to do this crap, you got to buy a bunch of this crap like this. This is brake line shit, or gas line. See how it's inverted flare?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually for hoses. So this is the nut that tightens up like a brake line.
Okay.
There's a bunch of that crap in there. There's also the other stuff in there. There's stainless steel. This is all brake line crap for making brake lines and automotive gas lines. I thought I had my other crap in here. That sounds like racing stuff. So there's your backer. They make them in blue and black. So you got blue and black. Probably make them in red too. Color coordinated. They also make some clear chrome stuff. So here's black nuts. So you have to buy this stuff for your size fittings you're going to use. This is all 3/16 because that's what I was working on. See, Earl's had the fittings. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, whatever I needed to make it fit. You got a bunch of leftover crap when you're done. That you need to take with you when you go racing, because when you break a line at the track, you need parts to fix it. Alright, so if you're going to go tubing, this is the kind of stuff that you probably need to do. So you have to buy the flare backer, the nut, figure out what fittings you're going to use, and you got to buy some tubing. Then you got to get somebody that knows what they're doing and make some flares.
Scooby knows.
Right there. Scooby knows. See, we can flare this right here and make a tube. There you go. There's one right here. It's already flared and everything. Take it and use it.
Dang.
Make that work.
Yeah.
Flat weight, it's aluminum. All right, so that's how you got to figure out what you want to do. You got to make some decisions. Where's your tank?
Right over here.
Where's your bike?
Scooby.
See, my bike has Harley lines on it because it's a Harley. See, they have different flares. They don't have a backer.
Yeah, I want these ones.
The nut itself is the backer. And these are like a 20-degree flare, which is really hard to work with.
I want those
And
ones.
hard to make. So this is what Harley uses. The only problem is you have limited supply of fittings. They pretty much just make straight.
Only need straight.
And I doubt that.
Yep.
Whereas on the aircraft stuff, you got 45 and straight and 90. And they make some other ones too, but those are standards. So this is really, really hard to make. It's hard to flare. It's hard to deal with it. The other stuff is a
But
lot
this
easier.
it looks like a better flow.
It's just 3/8. You're looking at diameter, not fitting.
Yeah.
So these are harder to deal with, and they cost a lot more money. They're definitely harder to deal with because that low flare angle is really a bitch to work with.
So what do you want?
The other way of doing it is you go rubber compliance fitting like you have on your oil lines.
Yeah.
Where's your oil lines at?
Over there.
Somewhere.
Here.
So this is a flare fitting here too, but kind of a crappy one. Okay, this is compliance fitting. It's just rubber. You can do the same thing with this rubber tube, with a steel tube and the rubber with a nut on it. Quick, simple.
I like how this one looks.
You don't have to make any flares, don't do nothing,
Yeah.
and it doesn't break as much because it's rubber mounted.
Well, then let's use this.
Versus the steel tubes, which are hard mounted.
Let's use this stuff then.
So this is what the rubber is. Harley uses this for the oil filter on their panhead. They use a big 3/8 line with this crap on it. So this is a different style. So this you got to buy the fittings. These has the brass ferrule in the inside of it, and then you got to switch it to a rubber. Usually this is like a vacuum hose here, but I don't know what you're going to use for rubber for a big hose. You can buy Harley fittings, but it's kind of limited stuff again, what you can get.
I mean, I'd rather do something like that. It just looks cleaner.
Now, the other way of going is you go to what we talked about before, which was the S&S fittings, or the Harley fittings for the soft tails, which is a rubber mounted seal 3/8 tube.
Which one is the least amount of maintenance?
And this has a rubber nut. It's a Harley part, so you can get a rubber anywhere. And it's 1/8" pipe, so it fits anything. But you're limited to straights, they only make them straight.
That's fine.
So that just takes a standard tube, no flaring, no nothing. Bolt in, done, bing, bang. Down
Let's
the
do
road.
that then. That seems the simplest.
But you're limited to 3/8 unless you go to different stuff for other sizes.
Well, I got this. I already got it.
You got one in your hand, yes.
How many more do you have?
I got one. How many more do you want?
Let's go see.
They're pretty hard to come by.
Are they?
Those are genuine S&S. Those aren't that cheap ass Harley shit.
We're gonna need 6.
Scooby. What are you doing? Now you're going to use the vent the same size as the other. So you're going to have a 3/8 line coming out of here. See, if you have a straight line coming out of here, it goes this direction. Where's your fitting?
What fitting?
That one.
Why can't we just put it on that?
That's going to come straight out
Why can't we just put it on there?
because it might probably bottom out in this cover because it's not made to go that way. So you're probably going to come out this way. And you put a 90 degree right here, it's going to be right in the middle of that because the 90s are tight. They're way over here. So it's going to be a clearance issue. Now to put it onto here, we have to see if it'll actually go into there. You're probably going to have to come back here and cut this, put a big chamfer on here so it'll clear the cover. Because we can't cut the cover too much more because the bolt hole right here.
Yeah.
But we can cut it a little bit if we have to. So we might be able to make this vent work, but it's a vent, you don't need to be the size. You can just use small stuff.
Okay.
You see that small stuff you had over there?
This thing?
Yes. That's all you need. It's a vent.
Yeah.
Just need a vent. This is a 3/16, you can go to a quarter.
No, let's just do 3/16 for the vent.
You know, you don't need to be this big. I'd say probably a little bigger, this would be better, but I'd go to a 1/4 inch on that. See the size hole through this?
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller than that other one was. So you could probably get away with 3/16, but 1/4 would be better. So I had some of this stuff here that had 1/4 inch line tubing that I bought years ago. So it had all the stuff to do it. So I'll have to dig them around. It's in my racing crap somewhere.
Okay.
Like I said, this will work for the 3/8 part.
That can go in here, right?
Right here?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll fit in there.
Cool. So
To get angles, you have to use adapters.
that's fine.
I don't know how it's going to work in your tank. Where's your tank? Where's all the oil holes on this thing? Alright, you're fine. You come out the front. You're going right in the back of the head, so you shouldn't have a problem there. So, you have to see if you got enough room.
Well, let's just
If we don't have enough room, we'll have to put a 90-degree fitting on it coming that way, but we might have enough room to do it. We'll see. I can only bend a 90-degree tube so tight with my bender, so you're limited kind of what you can do. Alright, but if you want to do that, if you use this Harley stuff, it's rubber so it doesn't break. You don't have to do fancy ass exact bends, it just slides together.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
I think that'll be the best bet.
makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Because we pretty much got all straight lines anyway.
There ain't nothing straight on this bike.
The frame is.
This isn't straight. Go straighter, you go this way, and you go up and go that way. It'd be like a Z
Yeah.
with a twist in it.
Bring it back all the way to here, straight up. And
Whatever.
loop it around.
Figure out how you want to route it. You can't make real tight bends with it. If you put a 90-degree up in here, go down, you can do it that way, but that's not good on flow, but you can make it work. Remember, we got to go down the oil pump too.
That one can just come right up here. Because, wait, does that one comes to this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that can come right down straight.
Can't be underneath the bike.
You can't?
Nope.
Why? The last one was.
Because you might bottom out on doing your off-roading, you bottom out the line and cut the line off. And you might know it until you're riding down the road and all of a sudden the bike stops running.
Again.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, but don't want to say anything. Some people want to know how come it's back in here.
We still don't know.
We already know why. We already mentioned how it was done. Some dumbass was out drinking one night and failed to follow proper protocol on riding their bike. Destroyed it. Okay, that's where we're at for now. I'll go figure out some more junk.